Welcome to the Nicholas 11 Expert of Technology. Today we're looking at the Func MS-3 gaming mouse. This is a very unique mouse, I can tell you that right away. And we'll also be looking at the Func Surface 1030L mousepad, the L version, which stands for large. Before I move on, I'd like to thank Func for providing me these products. As you can see, here I have both boxes, nice white ones with the orange Func logo. The boxes are kept very simple. Alright, first we'll take a look at the mousepad. As I've said before, this is the L version, which stands for large. There also is an XL version available, but I've been sent this L version, which will be quite large already. The mousepad is packaged very well, and there's also a booklet from Func on top. And here's the mousepad itself. The packaging is amazing actually. Alright, so polycarbonate is used as the surface material for this Func Surface 1030L mousepad. This means you'll be able to wash this mousepad without any problems. First, it won't get as dirty as traditional mousepads, and if you simply wash it, it's that easy. Secondly, it will not break, it's very robust. Something I really like is the fact that you can choose to use a rougher surface and a smoother one. And that's something unique actually. This can really help when it comes to mice. Not every mouse reacts the same to a specific surface. Changing the surface is very fast and hassle-free, as you can see. To keep the actual surface in place, a plastic housing is used. On the back of the housing there are lots of rubber pads that will prevent the mousepad from sliding around, and I've tried it out. It really works. That's what I call a high-quality mousepad. Let's take a look at the specifications real quick. This Func Surface 1030L uses polycarbonate as the surface material and is 4mm thick. That's 0.16 inches thick. As for size, it's 33 centimeters long and 26 centimeters wide. That are 13 inches long and 10 inches wide. The whole mousepad weighs 422 grams. That are 0.93 pounds. But let's take a look at the MS-3 mouse now. The box, as you can see, is kept very simple. On the back of it is some information on the mouse. For instance, Func apparently used very good components for this product, has good in-range button placements so that you could easily reach for the buttons. Then this MS-3 also comes with a comfortable grip, which is completely different compared to most other mice on the market. It also has an instant aim button that instantly changes DPI settings when holding it down, and last but not least, this Func mouse has a customizable LED light system with profile indications. The mouse is packaged normally and also comes with the usual accessories such as the CD with the software for it. However, this is a plug-and-play mouse, so you don't need drivers for it. The software is just here for adjusting the DPI, macro settings and so on. Of course, there's also a manual included. But now let's take a look at the mouse itself. The Func MS-3 comes with a 2 meter long nicely braided cable. That's a really good cable and it's also aesthetically pleasing. The USB 2.0 interface is used and the connector is gold plated. What I noticed right away is that Func has some kind of rubber coating going on here. This doesn't just look great and expensive, but also helps with the grip and doesn't leave fingerprints behind that easily. Func definitely didn't overdo things with their design. On the right is the unique grip you get for your ring finger and little finger. I've heard some people complain about that special grip, but whenever I hold this MS-3, I just don't want to use a different mouse anymore. It's as if the mouse is made for my hand. It just feels so comfortable, and therefore you have much more control when using the mouse, especially when it comes to gaming. You really have a good grip here. It's impossible to slide off. Even on the left side you feel comfortable, because that button keeps your thumb from sliding off. All around, the mouse is enclosed. As for buttons, here we have that harder to push button, which at default mutes your speakers or headphones. However, you could assign completely different functions to all the buttons, except the one on the very right, with the Func settings software. This little round button is the instant aim button, which will light up and will also allow you to change your DPI settings instantly while holding it down. This can really help a lot when you're playing a first-person shooter game and you're using a sniper gun. That's where your instant aim button comes in action. I'm sure we all know these moments in games. You want the mouse to be quite sensitive when moving around in game, but when it comes to sniper guns and that stuff, you need a lower DPI number, which will in this case make the mouse slower. Therefore not as sensitive, and it's much easier to hit the target when using a sniper gun. These two up here are the standard back and forward buttons, but once again you could assign a different function, including a recorded macro. This one on the right is the profile switcher button. By pressing it down only one time, it'll do nothing. You have to press it down twice for the profile to change. Func designed it that way, so just in case you'd accidentally press that button, you don't switch to a different profile right away. These two buttons in the middle are the DPI switches. With these, you'll increase or decrease the DPI number for the different profiles on the fly. The scrolling wheel is very responsive and has that good resistance to it. Oh, and that's what I meant with the fingerprints. Do you see that? They slowly fade away again. The bottom of the mouse is out of plastic, and there also are these 4 pads that make gliding around much smoother. As for the sensor, the Avago ADNS9500 laser sensor is used. But let's move on to the specifications of this MS-3 gaming mouse now. The Func MS-3 uses the USB interface, uses the laser tracking system, and features the Avago ADNS9500 sensor, which allows DPI numbers from 90 to 5670. The WT6573 processor is used, and the mouse comes with Omron switches. It also comes with 512 kilobytes of onboard memory and supports report rates of 1000 Hz, 500 Hz, 250 Hz, as well as 125 Hz. The max acceleration is 30 grams, and the net weight of the whole mouse is 127 grams. That are 0.28 pounds. The MS-3 mouse together with the Surface 1030L mousepad feel excellent. I personally prefer the smoother surface, but that's a thing of preference. The Func MS-3 doesn't only look good, but also is very comfortable, and it's very precise. You actually have really good control over it. It costs about as much as the competition, and therefore also as much as the Corsair M65 mouse, which I also reviewed, but the M65 really let me down. It was all floaty, was very uncomfortable, and didn't really amaze me overall. Corsair invested in things on the M65 that aren't really important, but I'm glad Func focused on things that we actually care most about. As you can see, the mouse glides very smoothly without too much force. Of course, the Surface 1030L mousepad really helps a lot here. As for the software, it's really easy and straightforward to use without too much graphics and all that stuff. It has everything you need, and all the settings and tabs are laid out very well. You could change the DPI settings, the DPI for the instant aim button, even separate X and Y axis DPI settings, the pointer sensitivity, double click speed, lift off distance, scrolling speed, polling rate, and of course extras such as angle snapping and pointer acceleration. Assigning different functions and macros to the buttons is very easy and hassle-free. Func also offers you to customize the color on the instant aim button and on the scrolling wheel. You could, for instance, also make the LEDs pulsate. Each profile has different colors, by the way, that you can customize. Recording macros also works very well. Now to the conclusion, let's start with the mousepad. The Func Surface 1030L is a very good mousepad that is not only large, but allows you to choose between 2 different surfaces, a rougher one and a smoother one. I really like the fact that you can easily wash this mousepad without any problems. Thanks to the rubber pads on the bottom, the mousepad doesn't slide around. The Func Surface 1030L definitely is a high quality mousepad. Pros are very good quality, large tracking area, large rubber pads. Then I also really like the dual-sided mouse surface and the fact that this mousepad is very easy to clean because it's washable. I've nothing to say for the cons, and therefore I give this Func Surface 1030L mousepad a 9 out of 10 and would definitely recommend it. Now to the conclusion of the mouse. The Func MS-3 gaming mouse is a very good mouse. It looks great, it's very comfortable to use, you don't end up accidentally pressing buttons, and you get lots of features. You can assign different functions and macros to the buttons and even switch between different profiles on the fly. The instant aim button that changes the DPI instantly is also a great feature that will help a lot when it comes to gaming, especially first-person shooters. You can fully customize the LEDs of the instant aim button and of the scrolling wheel. I'm really surprised to see such a good mouse actually. Compared to Corsair's M65, this Func MS-3 seems so matured. It's as if Func has been doing that forever, but they are not. This is the mouse that has it all. The looks, the performance, the comfort, and the price. The price is not higher than the competition, while the quality is. It's really hard for a mouse to satisfy my needs, but this seriously is one of the very best ones I've ever had. Pros are good price-performance ratio, it's good looking, very good quality, the MS-3 has an amazing grip, it's very comfortable and very responsive. I also like the instant aim button and the customizable LEDs. I have absolutely nothing to say for the cons, and therefore this Func MS-3 gaming mouse definitely deserves a 10 out of 10, and I definitely recommend it. Thanks for watching, don't forget to subscribe and visit nicholas11x12techx.com to see videos there earlier than on YouTube.